Who was stronger, Jiraiya versus Kakashi? Now with both of these studs being a fan favorite, I see this being very controversial no matter which way I go with this, so I'ma just tell it how it is. Now for those who are new, the way we do our versus battles is through certain periods of time. For example, we'll take Kid Jiraiya and put him up against Kid Kakashi, our legendary Sanin Jiraiya versus Anbu Kakashi. Pretty much we do whatever matchup makes sense. That way we save ourselves the trouble of telling you the things DMS Kakashi would do to Jiraiya. Now that that's out of the way, let's get right into it. Now some of you may know this, some may not, but Kid Jiraiya was kinda ass. Well, not really ass, but he more so had to work for his skills. Kid just wasn't talented, especially when you compare him to the likes of Kakashi, who was a f***ing Jonin at the same age that I was potty trained at. So because of this, I'm gonna go ahead and say any Kid Jiraiya gets Sharkisha'd by any Kid Kakashi, Anbu included. But what if you take an Anbu Kakashi and put him up against second Great War Jiraiya? Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happens. Jiraiya stomps. Anbu Kakashi pretty much has no feats, other than like his f***ing age. And let's not forget how shook up Orochimaru had Kakashi on their first encounter. This it's too damn strong. Better walk away. He had him froze up, panicking like a mannequin. And Orochimaru and Jiraiya have always pretty much been relatives, so yeah, easy claps. Jiraiya at this point was way too experienced and regarded as the legendary Sanin by the likes of Hanzo, who at the time was destroying countless Leaf Ninja. Anyways, next we have Part 1 Kakashi versus Part 1 Jiraiya. Now there's a couple of key moments we should focus on. First one being Itachi's invasion. Now most of us remember what Itachi did to Kakashi, even if it only took him a few seconds. Asuma literally didn't know what happened. And a lot of people like to bring up how Itachi had to run from Jiraiya, as if he actually had to run. Get real. Itachi would have Tsukiyumi'd him the same way he did Kakashi. And the only reason he didn't is because he didn't want to cause an uproar. You have to remember, at this point in time, Itachi was a double agent and was still pretty much in cahoots with the Leaf. He literally smacked up Orochimaru with absolute ease. So I just don't understand the confusion. People forget how far Itachi was ahead of the pack. So this to me doesn't prove much. I'd call it even if this is all we had to go off of. But since Orochimaru decided to expose Kakashi for the second time, made him look like a straight up bitch twice, I gotta go with Jiraiya. I understand that Kakashi might just be scared of Orochimaru and his particular bloodlust. I mean, look at the guy, he's f***ing weird. But still, I couldn't see Jiraiya folding like Kakashi did. You have to remember, at this point, Kakashi couldn't use Kamui at all, and Jiraiya was able to use his Sage Mode. Because of this, I think Kakashi loses, but stands a little bit of a chance up until Jiraiya goes Sage Mode. Now, what if I take Pain Arc Jiraiya and put him up against Pain Arc Kakashi? Here's where things are kinda tricky. Both Kakashi and Jiraiya had their run-ins with Pain, with both of them meeting their makers by the end of the fight, but who put up the best fight? There's no denying how great of a job Jiraiya did. Mans had no prior knowledge on Pain at all. Didn't know that their vision was linked, didn't know that they can absorb ninjutsu, hell, didn't even know that it was 6 of them, and was still able to take out 3 while figuring it all out. Yes, I know they were the weakest Pains. Whatever, that's still more than impressive. In terms of Kakashi, he fought the 2 strongest passive Pain and was almost able to take down both of them. The Devil Path was literally scrapping with Sage Mode Naruto, who was definitely stronger than Jiraiya at this point, so he's far from a pushover. Only thing is that Kakashi had a little bit of intel on Pain because of Jiraiya, and also had help from Choji. So I don't know who takes this one honestly. One guy took down 3 Pains without any knowledge, other than knowing a bit about the Rinnegan, and the other almost took down the 2 strongest paths, but had assistance and a f***ing scouting report. Because of this, I honestly have to still go with Jiraiya. At this point, Kakashi wasn't able to spam Kamui, and that would honestly be a saving grace once Jiraiya goes Sage Mode. I see Kakashi using his Kamui early to avoid death, and then being completely dogged after that. That brings me to War Arc Kakashi versus Pain Arc Jiraiya. And the way that Kakashi is able to abuse Kamui without consequences makes this one a no-brainer. Kakashi is hella weird when it comes to progression. I know he's always training, but the man went from being limited to Kamuis to being able to spam it for days straight. How? I know that chakra is spiritual, and there's other ways to increase it other than training. My guess is that after he met his father, he came back with better chakra, because of the weight lifted off of him. The man always wanted to tell his father the things he got to tell him, but it's just a theory, so don't bash me. He can literally pull himself in and out of the Kamui dimension, and his Kamui is fast enough to be utilized against Madara. He's eating Jiraiya for breakfast. He played a key role in the 4th Great War and even stood toe-to-toe with Obito, who would have definitely made quick work of Jiraiya. Now any Kakashi after that completely annihilates Jiraiya, so I won't go into too much detail about it. DMS, post-war, Hokage, they all stomp. DMS has way too much going on. Susanoo, Kamui Shuriken, Kamui Rakiri. He's literally walking cheese. And post-war is said to be even stronger than that somehow. So yeah, and that wraps it up. But before I close the video out, I have a special special announcement. We have started a Discord and want you guys to join. I'll leave the link in the comment section below and we'll be sending it out to anybody who wants in. We want to start a community jam-packed with all types of things. Sports talk, anime debates, or maybe some content ideas, or videos y'all want us to do. It's all there. Just come on through. And thank you guys for all the support so far. 10,000 on TikTok and 1,000 on YouTube means a lot to us. We will continue to drop dope content and getting better at what we do best. Also, we'll start streaming and putting content on other outlets, so stay tuned. Now, if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Or if you disagree with any of my points on this versus, feel free to tell me why. And as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for exclusive content. Thank you for everything. Buddha out.